Good evening, YouTube. I am here with another Pan That Palette update, and this is for my Too Faced bronzer and highlight palette. I know that this is an older palette, and it's in the older packaging if you haven't seen the first video. So it doesn't have, as a cardboard package. It's adorable, isn't it? I love that package. I think that might have been why I bought it. And it has some ways to highlight here, which I found very informative. And then here is my Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I have not used that yet, but I did use a sample and I do really enjoy. I think I like almost any Shadow Insurance product. But here's my update. I have Pan the Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I've never used it before. I do have it on my face pretty much all over to bring in a warm glow. It is almost a powder for me, except for it just gives me a little bit warm glow. You can kind of see it there. I do have contour on under it, and you can see little facets there. The foundation I'm wearing is way too light for me. It's actually my color, but because I've got skin problems right now, and if you don't know, I did have a bus accident 3 years ago, and I have hyperpigmentation and scarring and stuff as a result of that I haven't been able to get through process to get medical assistance to remove those things. And so it's a long, laborious process for me. But so I've got some pretty embarrassing things going on here, which causes me to be very different in color for the face. Even on my neck, you can see my neck isn't quite the same color as my face. But so I'm working on that, and God is good. You know, He did spare my life, and I am as close to my right mind as one could be under the circumstances. But through God, all things are possible. You know, you learn when you have moments, you do learn to appreciate smaller, you know, things. You know, I might be a little bit scattered and stuff like that, but that can be healed over time if I can fight through. You know, when you are the little man fighting against a society who doesn't want to pay the bills for the injury, it's pretty tough, you know, but I am going to persevere irrespective of how long it takes. If you look at my videos, you will find that I've always run into these situations, and back's always been up against the wall. I haven't won one yet, but I know that at some point I will start to win because I am on the side of right. And as we watch Trump, we are seeing that the baddies may win in the start, and they may stack the deck in their favor, but over time, us good folks do persevere because God is on our side. So I keep the faith that, you know, my turnaround and my manifestation of my breakthrough is coming soon. So, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, guys. I got off track. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I explained my situation. Y'all should understand now why I flip-flop through things and short, whatever. But I hope to be better. Anyway, I panned the Chocolate Soleil. I thoroughly enjoy the chocolate scent. I find it therapeutic. It relaxes me to smell this chocolate. And even though outside of the fact that this is chocolate, this would not be the best bronzer for me. A darker bronzer would probably be optimal for me. But since I can make this bronzer work and it calms me down to smell this chocolate, right now, watching the news, living my life, this really is a blessing that I decided to pan this palette right now. Yeah, that health insurance issue, knowing what you now know about me, it's a very stressful issue for me to look at my health insurance of maybe not being there when I need it. That's why I haven't been doing videos. I've been like, oh goodness, I'm barely able to get through process. And now, whatever little process I can get through, this is another milestone that's piling on. But thankfully, so far, that's not the case. And I know some people would say, well, you got hit by a bus, so it should be paid for. Well, they've been fighting me tooth and nail and denying everything and refusing to turn over video. Just whew. And it's been years now, so I know the good Lord is gonna step in at some point and turn this thing around. But I got off again. I'm sorry. If it wasn't for this healthcare thing on the news, I wouldn't even talked about this. I'm sorry about that. I want you to know I'm positive. And I'm grateful that I got a little extra time, But this palette and that chocolate scent has been such a blessing. And I did get a 500-point perk from Sephora recently, which had the chocolate in it again. I think it was the chocolate, it had 3 of the colors from the chocolate palette in it. I don't own the chocolate palette. And except for those 3, and then it has another sample of the Chocolate Soleil bronzer. So I am looking forward to using that. In fact, that may be the color that I use on my eyebrows. That might have a color I can use to pull this look together, because I was scrapping my mind trying to figure out where am I going to find a color that's this dark. I was trying the Smashbox palette on, the Smashbox matte palette on in Ulta, and this color here is in Ulta, but I'm going to try out my chocolate bar 3-piece set, which I got in the 500-point perk, and see if the color in there will work as a transition color for me. So back to this. I use this color here, Sun Bunny, as my highlight. So I've been using this as my bronzer, but the bronzer I use almost all over my face, which is why I am getting to the end of this. And that is because my foundation color, which used to be my normal color, I bought this before I had the accident. I buy like 5 foundations at a time when they're on sale. And then after the accident, color changed. I didn't use the makeup for a long time. It was brand new in the container. So I just recently got to it and liked the product, but it's no longer my color. So I'm using this bronzer to actually change the color of the makeup. So that's why I'm going through it so quickly. I am using this as my highlight. It's the Snow Bunny highlight, and I have it on right here. I use a variety of highlights though, but this is under my eyes, and I like highlight because I believe that highlight masks my scars better than anything else that I use as far as a cosmetic, because the light goes over them, and okay, you see them, but it just becomes a part of the highlight. Like, yeah, you can see the texture, and I know some of you will say to me, oh, you're cakey. No, guys, those are scars. Okay, so, that you can see them, and they are discolored when I don't have makeup on, but I am using skincare, and I believe that it's getting better over time. So, but I like this because I like that light. Even though you see the texture, I still think that looks better than a dried out, cakey set of scars. I think this softening and that light dancing over them makes them like, okay, yeah, she's got a little something, but it's not a big deal, Whereas if you see closer, you see, yeah. So we have to get comfortable in our skin. I'm now to the point where I'm comfortable with this as long as I'm working on myself. I can probably use this as a highlight in the summertime, and this one right here is a beautiful highlight. I'm looking forward to using that, but because right now I'm liking a kind of pinky look. This has both golden. I use this all together, and as you can see, it has a lot of golden in there, but is some rose gold and some pink in there. I would love to get this one in the large size, because the large size of the Snow Bunny I think is even lighter than this because it has some lighter colors in there. So I think these might be the darkest two colors in there, but this is definitely a rose gold combo here. I think the one, if you buy the original one, it's not so much like that. But I thoroughly enjoy this product, and when I complete the set, which other than the chocolate Soleil will probably take a good while, I will definitely look into repurchasing some of these products because I am thoroughly enjoying the relaxation that I get from smelling this chocolate product. So I'm enjoying using this palette. I really like the effect that it has on my face. I loved it when I figured out that these three products are all some form of highlight for me. Let me show you this one. Okay, I might be able, if I was using a foundation that was my proper color, I probably could add a little bronzing actually to my skin with this. Let me swatch it on my hand and see. Now it's a highlight. It's not a stark bright highlight, but I think that is still in the highlight range. It might just be adding a little color. You can see it, but it's not nearly as brilliant as the Snow Bunny. But I don't know if I swatched these for you guys before. So there it is. Yeah, that's a nice light highlight. It looks very gold on me. And now I'm going to swatch the Snow Bunny on you. You can see the Snow Bunny is a lot more bright than the Sun Bunny, but I think they're both light enough for me to use as a highlight. Now this color here was limited edition, so I don't know that this has come. Oh, okay, I think in those new blushes that you get, there's a color that looks like that. That is a fiery, fiery highlight there. This is what I have on as a highlight right now. And look how much fire I get from that. Can you imagine when I step into this one, which will be in the summer when I am bronzing, or whenever I run out of Snow Bunny and Sun Bunny? Oh my goodness, that is amazing. But I think one of the newer lines, that new highlighting line, it has a color like that in it. So this is 3 years old and I'm just now using it. So thank you guys for watching this video and being so patient and understanding with me at this silly time in my life. But I have panned one of the colors in this palette. I don't know when I will pan the others, but I am now going to continue using this until I finish it. And so this will go into my finishing pile, which I'm going to do another video on. I'm going to do the Finish 6 by Summer, and I'm going to put this as one of my colors. Spoiler alert! I have to go and alert the people of that one that I'm going to participate. And I am now going to try to pan the Snow Bunny. And after I pan Snow Bunny, I figure I will go on to pan the Sun Bunny. And then lastly, I will brave panning this, which is just complete, absolute sun. What was it called back then? Something sun. Powdered Sun was the name for it. I do believe if you're buying the new highlighters, this color is one of the colors in there. So I'm sure that's a dupe for one of the new colors. If it isn't, shame on you, Gerard, because this color is magnificent. Okay? So I'm really, really glad to have this highlighter set, and I'm thoroughly glad. Well, it is a bronzing set right now, but I'm looking at the way I'm using that bronzer, and I'm figuring pretty soon this is going to be a highlighter set. And I'll have to bring another bronzer in, but I'm okay with that. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. Thanks for watching this video. Rate, comment, and subscribe.